The recent scandals of MrBeast, along with his close friend Chris Tyson, have been surrounded by much debate on social media and other online forums. Several allegations have arisen from former employees and contestants for some of the many projects MrBeast has pulled off, revealing disturbing details of how it all goes down backstage. These are accusations, if proven true, which could prove harmful to MrBeast, whose reputation he has been so protective of over the years due to his acts of philanthropy and viral content on YouTube. These range from charges of illegal activities in running unauthorized lotteries against children to even more personal, grossly disturbing behaviors reportedly relating to Jimmy Donaldson himself and Chris Tyson. The entire controversy could have been avoided if not for a viral video put up by Dogpack404, a former MrBeast employee who exposed several alarming practices allegedly happening behind the scenes of MrBeast's popular YouTube videos and projects. The most serious allegations raised in the video are that MrBeast is involved in running illegal lotteries, aims to get the young audience into gambling, fixes the endgame of giveaways, and that all these prizes are not usually given randomly, but to friends and fellow employees. If proved correct, such allegations could be labeled as fraudulent activities, hence massively breaking the trust of a young viewership which forms the bulk of the viewership of MrBeast. One of the more disturbing revelations to come to light would be his alleged involvement with a Discord server. The same server Chris Tyson, a man who appears to be pretty close to MrBeast, was attending and partaking in severely inappropriate behavior. Reports say that Chris Tyson sent explicit material to minors. If proven true, this act could also be considered criminal. What makes this accusation even more damning is the evidence that supposedly links MrBeast to this server, despite what he has been telling the public about being unaware of Tyson's actions. Some sources have reported that archives of this Discord server revealed an active account belonging to MrBeast, verified to be connected to his official gaming channel. This definitely casts doubt on his claims of ignorance. What really compounds the controversy is the allegation that MrBeast was aware of, and perhaps even complicit in, Chris Tyson's inappropriate actions. Chris Tyson has been accused of having inappropriate conversations and sharing inappropriate content, especially considering that many of the server's participants are underage. Tyson has been MrBeast's friend and collaborator for over a decade. The allegations against Chris include explicit comments on minors, sharing links to controversial and explicit artwork from Shadman, and not taking any action when it was brought to his attention that minors were accessing inappropriate content on the server. The most damning pieces of evidence against Chris Tyson are a series of Discord messages from 2018 where he allegedly makes inappropriate comments about a 14-year-old girl. The screenshots show Chris responding to a post saying, "She's only 14, damn." Then in another message, trying to defend himself, saying it would be okay if she was 16 because that's legal in some states. If authenticated, such conversations would point to a pattern of behavior that is highly inappropriate and probably illegal. Things take a turn for the worse when it is revealed that 500,000 messages from the server have been leaked to the public after Chris Tyson and his friends tried to scrub their server clean of any incriminating content. One of the victims has come forward and revealed her identity as Lava. She admitted that what she was engaging in on the server was not appropriate. However, she now realizes the extent of the situation. This admission lends an air of credibility to the allegations, suggesting the situation in the Discord server was way worse than initially thought. The more that comes out, the more heinous the situation becomes for MrBeast. If MrBeast was active in the server and actually knew what was happening, that would make his earlier public statements where he attempted to break ties with Chris Tyson's actions targeted lies. To say the least, it would reopen issues with his credibility and open up potential legal liabilities. Things only escalate when Jake Franklin, better known by his handle of Jake the Viking, another former MrBeast employee, gets involved. Franklin tweeted that he was happy to have been fired off of the MrBeast team after seeing the messages and accusations against Chris Tyson, insinuating that these behaviors were not normal or singular in nature, but part of a more general toxic environment. The drama has now spilled into real life, as Chris Tyson is being accused of sexual assault. A woman has come out to the public saying she was sexually assaulted by Chris, touting more severity to the accusations against him. Chris Tyson's sister spoke out against him, accusing him of faking being transgender as part of a fetish. According to her, Chris confessed that he had gotten excited by secretly wearing her female clothes, which testified to his mental derangement. If true, the claim could be the beginning of far-reaching implications, not just for Chris Tyson, but for what people in the LGBTQ+ community and members of the public at large actually make of him. With these rumors swirling, MrBeast is also under scrutiny for his latest venture, Amazon show Beast Games, developed off the former's popular YouTube challenges, but to a much larger degree. Multiple contestants have now come out and spoken against the show, saying that it was an unsafe and poorly run environment. They said that contestants were not given medication and physically hurt by other contestants with very little food and water. Some even went on to say that they got beat up by other contestants and nothing happened, and their whole experience on the show was psychologically damaging. Some serious accusations against MrBeast's production team are failing to provide adequate medical care, for instance, being in situations where contestants either go into seizures or some other serious health complications because of lack of medication. What had been marketed as a fun event with just one very hard challenge is now turning into an event that several people liken to a torture event. Now it emerges that hush money has been given to some contestants in exchange for signing away their rights in any future litigation, further fanning the flames over the highly questionable ethics of MrBeast's production team. Making things even more contentious, Rosanna Pansino, a popular YouTuber in her own right with millions of subscribers, has also come out to talk about her experience related to MrBeast's challenges. She posted videos in which she expressed her disappointment and concern over the way the show is dealt with, having stated that the stories she has heard from other contestants are heartbreaking. Pansino's involvement adds even further attention to the matter, whereby her large following helps amplify the voices talking against MrBeast. Their testimonies bring into light the pattern of negligence and even possible misconduct on the part of MrBeast's production team. Some said that they had hardly any sleep, having had to sleep on the floor with very little bedding provided, adding that they only got minimal portions of food every 12 hours. Others claimed that if they required attention for medical needs, this was refused, as were other hygiene products, which caused a lot of stress and discomfort. Perhaps the most harrowing account was from a contestant who described how men on the show began to realize that they could do almost anything physically to the women and not be punished for it. This involved tackling women to the ground, rendering them unconscious, dragging them off the field, and then carrying on filming as usual. These claims paint a picture of chaos and danger, far removed from what is supposed to be fun and lighthearted in the challenge that MrBeast videos usually represent. The controversy serves as further proof that there is so much more to it than some disgruntled contestants or former employees looking for some sort of revenge. The vast number of accusations, added to the serious nature of the claims, may point to systemic issues within MrBeast's operation. Medical staff were present and have confirmed that several persons were injured, attesting that the conditions on set were inhumane, therefore proving the accusations and calling into question issues of responsibility and ethics from those in charge. The team for MrBeast has responded to these allegations with denials of the accuracy of the reports, but has not really substantiated that position with evidence or details. Indeed, very little has gone to dampen the growing outrage as more people come forward to air their stories. The allegations here range from wide-ranging in nature to proving right, which will taint not just MrBeast's character, but also open up the floor for major legal ramifications. Illegal lotteries, manipulating contest outcomes, and engaging in a Discord server where one shared explicit content with minors could lead to criminal investigations. The lawsuits over mistreatment and negligence on the set of Beast Games will further be followed up with regards to business practices by MrBeast. The public reaction to these allegations has been highly polarized. While some fans have stuck by MrBeast, others said the revelations left them shocked, disappointed, and angry. It exemplifies a much greater question at play regarding what duties rest with influencers and content creators, particularly in a young and impressionable audience. How MrBeast will handle such allegations, though, with more information coming out, and the effect they will have on his career and legacy remains to be seen. As the dust settles on the latest chapter of the MrBeast saga, one thing is unmistakable. It's never been serious. With the modern-day influencer being held to increasingly strict standards, the repercussions of missteps, whether intentional or not, are amplified as never before. MrBeast, a figure who made his brand synonymous with generosity and goodness, is now sailing through turbulent public opinion, where every move he makes and every word uttered is placed under scrutiny and dissected. Yet perhaps this drama, as chaotic as it seems, will turn out to be that pivotal moment not just for MrBeast, but for the entire influencer culture. It's a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility, A cliché, yes, but one that rings much truer than usual in the digital age. Whether MrBeast comes out stronger or falters amid controversy is a telling testament to the resilience and adaptability needed in the fast-moving world of online fame. Ultimately, more than a drama, it is a harbinger of some greater shift in how we view digital idols and is reflective of the challenges that will face any person daring to step into the spotlight. Now, the story is far from over, but one thing is certain: all eyes are on MrBeast as he steps into the next chapter.